Hello, my loves.
Hi, Brittany.
Hello.
Hey.
All right, we get ready to start right away with the opening performance. So I just wanted to say, hey.
Good evening.
My vulva and me, my vulva and me, my vulva and me.
Welcome to My Vulva in Me, Volume 2 Release Extravaganza! Woo! I'd like to thank our fearsome and beautiful and brilliant, we're going to speak into existence, Dr. Brittany Broaddus-Smith, international sexologist. Okay. I am Briz, and we are Briz in Revival. And I'm very excited to be here this evening. I just want y'all to listen and enjoy. Click them likes and them hearts, all right? This first song is called Electric Blue. All right? Here we go.
Soft, soft glow of electric sex. Go slow, baby, don't rush, what's next? But keep it going, moving, flowing through. Conducting vibes, let's go and do what we made to do. Baby, just flip the switch on. Short the circuits with your love. Flip the switch on. Shadows dancing, making love. Flip the switch on. We burn brighter than the sun. There's no darkness we've left undone. Oh, electric blue, electric blue, electric blue, electric blue. Electric me, electric you. We electric, yeah. So put it down, your inhibitions. My body's calling, need you to listen. Whispering your name. So come right now. I want to give you everything. Flip the switch on. Short the circuits with your love. Flip the switch on. Shadows dancing, making love. Flip the switch on. We burn brighter than the sun. There's no darkness we've left undone. Oh, electric blue, electric blue, electric blue, electric blue. Electric me, electric you. Electric. Electric blue, electric blue, electric blue, electric blue. Electric me, electric you. yet so hard. What is love? What is it? What is love? What is it? Cool on the outside, hot in the middle. Cool on the outside, hot in the middle, but you ain't even gotta try. All you got to do is realize. You ain't even gotta try. All you got to do is realize. One great big small thing, like pollen in the spring breeze, a speck of dust in this vast universe, is just like a raindrop in the sea of consciousness. Oh, it's all matter. It's all matter, yeah. So what is love? What is it? What is love? What is it? Cool on the outside, hot in the middle. Cool on the outside, hot in the middle, but you ain't even gotta try. All you got to do is realize. You ain't even gotta try. All you got to do is realize. It's everything it ought to be. It's everything it needs to be. Okay, don't stand in the way. You only make it hard. Just keep on going with the flow of the ocean, and you'll be just where you should be. Okay. Keep going, keep going, keep going, 'cause what is love? What is love? Cool on the outside, hot in the middle. Cool on the outside, hot in the middle, but what is love? What is love? Cool on the outside, hot in the middle. Cool on the outside, hot in the middle, but you ain't even gotta try. All you got to do is. You ain't even gotta try. All you got to do is. You ain't even gotta try. All you got to do is realize. You ain't even gotta try. All you got to do is realize. It's all matter.
It's Mr. Dom Wilkins on the keys there, y'all. Lay down. Woo! Yes. So, this next song is an original song. It's streaming everywhere. I hope you enjoy. It's called So in Love. always wanna be close to you. So addicted to making love to you, baby. All night long, baby. All night long. Good love, body rocking, knocking boots all night long. Making love until we're tired, till the break of dawn. And come on, turn the lights down and let me get on it. Yeah. 'Cause when I'm through with me and you, it'll be so right. Yeah. So give me some good love, body rocking, knocking the boots. Hey, give me your good love, somebody rocking, knocking the boots. That's all I need. 'Cause I'm ready. I'm so ready. I'm so ready, baby, to give you everything that you've been waiting on. So come on and give it to me, baby. 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 Hey, y'all remember that song? Y'all remember that song?
Hey! Hell. No, let's do that again. Hey! Oh my God. Hey, girlfriend!
We were muted. Hey, girls.
Hey.
I was trying to give the YouTube folks some hey, some what, some what's that, some what's not. But hey, girlfriend, my girlfriend is on here, y'all. My ball and me authors is in the building, and I was scrolling through y'all little pictures and stuff. Y'all looking cute. Y'all looking cute. How y'all doing? Hey, girlfriend. Hey, bitch. I am so excited right now. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thanks for you for tuning in on YouTube, wherever you're tuning in from. I've been playing around in the chat. We got ATL in the building, New York in the building. Special shout out to our anthology sister, Lisa. She is all the way in Uganda. She could not be here with us today, but I definitely wanted to make sure I shout her out because she is part of our anthology sister crew. And I love her so dearly. And I'm so excited. Y'all know last year I stood up, but because my sister is here, she said we ought to sit down. And I'm gonna tell y'all the story about how we found this little nook and cranny in the hotel that we're at. But sister, you know my Bob and Me, the intimacy firm, we give everybody the opportunity to get themselves their own flowers. So tell the people who you are and why you here. Speak up, they can't hear you.
Y'all know me.
They don't know you though.
I'm her little sister. You know.
Why are you here?
To give you more support, girls. We can talk about mommy and my mom.
Anyway, welcome to the My Ball and Me Volume 2, Letter to the Black Girl Inside release extravaganza. Big shout out to Briz and the Revival for that opening number. Wasn't the music beautiful? Wasn't the music amazing? Going to give them a hand clap. Wasn't that just awesome? Make sure you are following them at Briz and the Revival on Instagram. Book them for all your musical needs. She is also the voice and the pen behind, and the composer, if you will, behind the My Ball and Me theme song. I'm not going to sing for y'all, but y'all know that that's a bop.
Yeah, but don't do it.
My
No. You don't sound like
Bova and Me.
You don't sound like this.
Oh my God. I'm about to put her out. So anyway, tonight we are going to get into what the history and the story behind Mount Me, how it came to be. We're definitely going to take some time to introduce you to all of the authors that were able to be with us today. And then we're going to have a big announcement for y'all later on at the end of the show. And then of course, we're going to have Riz come back to close us out. That sound cool? I want to check sure I'm checking my time because I want to make sure that everybody is on time and doing things in the right way. And I just want y'all to know, those who know me know that I'm super nervous right now. So I get super chatty and my hands get to going when I get nervous. And that's normally why I stand up, because when I'm standing up, it settles me, right? So, sister. So for those of you who don't know, My Goal in Me is releasing tomorrow, November 28th. And I chose to release it on November 28th because that is the anniversary of our mom's passing. She was 51 when she passed suddenly. And if you let me tell it.
Yeah, she was 51.
She was 51, but it was kind of funny. Like the story.
We didn't talk about it. Funny what it means.
It was a little fun. It's sad that she's
very sad.
It's very sad. It's very sad.
Because I don't know, but
it was some comedy.
it was. No, it was. It was.
I
it was.
Okay, so here we are. So she, God, how he do. She went on to glory. But she went on to glory very early in the morning. It was like 4:00 in the morning. And her boyfriend, y'all ever see, I think it was Ayala Fix My Life?
Mm-hmm.
When that man with the teeth, he like, It's so funny. I'm sorry. And listen, for those of you who are, let me do a little trigger warning. Like my sister and I are mourning the loss of our mother, very seriously. But how we grieve, if you follow me for any amount of time and you know how we share our stories about our memories about our mom, if you ever met my mom, then you know this is her jam. Like how we grieve, how we show up as it relates to her is authentic to who she is. So if you are uncomfortable by us laughing and things like that, I'm gonna just respectfully, this is gonna be a tough 2 hours for you, respectfully. But just know I very much love my mother. My sister loves my mother as well. And this is genuinely us honoring her memory. But I do understand because a couple of my friends and particularly one of my co-authors in this book finds a way to tell me that I'm inappropriate. There she go. I knew she was gonna come up. Finds a way to tell me that the way I do Lisa sometimes is not okay. But if Lisa was here, she'd be all right for us. So anyway, it's 4:00 in the morning. I woke up to 17 missed calls and like 20 voicemails. Like, I don't know how that math, but it happened. And the voicemail was her paramour at the time. He was like, she gone, she left us, Brittany. And they had a lot going on in their life. So when he said she's gone, I thought he meant she drove away. So I went over there, checked, confirmed. She had indeed went on to be with the Lord. And the coroner was on his way, and her boyfriend's parents were there. And I was like, listen, I got to go get my sister, who had just moved back from South Carolina,
Literally 20 days, y'all. I came home November 8th.
Is it the 8th? I've been telling people the 4th. You got me lying.
No, I was home for 20 days.
Oh, man. Oh, sister.
Yeah, 20. Old, 20.
Oh. Oh man. Anyway, so she came and I was like, don't let the coroner take her because Lord knows I don't feel like having to hear her mouth. I want to beat her up if you take my mom and she didn't get a chance to say goodbye. So I went back to my house, which is maybe 10 minutes away, and I went to go get her. And because of the life she lives, I said, get up, come on. Put your clothes on, we gotta go. She like this. She goes,
I thought we was about to fight.
She said, do I need my work clothes? I was like, yeah, pray not. And she was like, so she put her clothes on because she's always ready. That's my rider, always ready to go. And I waited till we was maybe about 2 blocks away to tell her what was going on. And then she started tripping in the car, started banging on my car. And I'm like, bruh, my airbags. And then, she went in the house. And
I don't even think you stopped the car.
Did not. Didn't.
I think I jumped out the car as the car was like
moving. It did. And so she then joined him in the shenanigans. And then by this time, the coroner's there. So I'm trying to be all professional, answer all the questions, and, give all the information so we can get the ticket and all stuff that they give you, with the body and all of that. And then this one says, what you tell her? What you say to mom?
What you say?
What did you say to her?
I just wanted her to get up.
And you said you was gonna be late for work.
She was.
And I was like, it was
Because my mother plays so much.
Very much.
I thought that this was
Very
like
much.
all a joke, all the rooms. I thought that this was a big old, party live because everybody plays too much in my family. So I thought
it was a joke. And so when she said be late for work, I was like, this probably gonna be a no call, no show. And then she really got hysterical. And so she's serious about thinking it was a joke because I did begin to alert our family, and literally, no cap, the first 5 people I called said, stop playing, Brittany.
we all thought that.
Everybody said, put your mom on the phone. Literally, everybody thought that this was a big stunt orchestrated by my mom because that's the type of nonsense that she would do. But anyway, this corridor of the year, my son's birthday is November 20th. Then we have Thanksgiving is always around this time, and her passing. I created my Evolve in Me for another reason, but I thought that this date would be the date that I would be able to honor her because she was our #1 fan. Literally, whatever we did, she made a big deal about it. She was strutting like a peacock. We were what was her earthly sword and shield, like
the jewels in her crown.
oh my God, like, so no matter what we did. So if she was here, this would have been, and like,
I would have been sitting here. She would have been sitting here. So
she would have been co-hosting. She would have been ridiculous about it. And so as a way to keep her here with us, to keep her memory going, and to have her a part of everything that I do, I decided to make my Love and Me released on her date, on her death date, because first of all, who has time to be sad every year around the same time? Like, nobody has time for that. And so although I'm still sad, this is my way to honor her. And I am so very grateful. And to be able to do it, look at me on time. Y'all don't even know I'm flowing. To be able to do it with some of the most amazing, talented, beautiful, intelligent Black women is just, there are really no words. And so honestly, at one point, the enemy tried to trick me and play with my mind and say, oh, you only doing my Evolve in Me because you're scared of writing your own book, which is like, it's like 95.5 true. However, but the 95% of it is because this is what we need. My Evolve in Me is created for, by, and about Black women. And I can say with all sincerity that literally only Black women have touched this work. From Chocolate Chip & Co., Sharon S. Davis, who is our publisher. We have Alicia, Father God, and I'm blanking on that baby's last name. Please forgive me. From Loveworks Studios, who mixed the under the oversight of the owner, Rob Hooper. She mixed the Audible version, the cover art, which have you seen this cover, is so beautiful. Like, ain't it beautiful? Okay. Anyway, and then the thing I love about this cover the most is that Sheridan doesn't even know that purple was mommy's favorite color. And so when she sent me the mock-up, I literally burst out. She FaceTimed me and showed me the cover while we were on FaceTime, and I was stuck. Like, I just could not believe it. And so to have so many people, at this point, we're now last year was 30, and here we're at 23. So now over 50 Black women who've been able to share their story in a safe space created and curated by a Black woman for, by, and about Black women. And to say that I had a hand in making Black women published authors is like nothing that I've ever dreamed of. Like, this is not a dream come true because I didn't have it as a dream, but it's absolutely God's dream for me and for us. And I am so grateful for it. And so what I want to start with is a quick video montage of the women speaking directly in their own voices, saying what my Evolve in Me means to them and what they feel their story will be able to offer to another woman. And shout out to Jazz in the background. She's doing pressing all the buttons, because y'all know I would try to do all the things by myself and it would be a mess. But shout out to Jazz, y'all. Hopefully she'll be comfortable coming on later and meeting y'all. But let's tune in.
What does my vulva in me mean to me? For me, it means Black women, Black womening. It's not a word, but that's what it means. It means seeing authentic Black women speaking about Black woman things in a space meant for Black women. Some of the things that I have shared for the book involve being a fat woman, a Black woman. It involves my love for Black men. This book is everything.
What this anthology means and this collection of stories and poems means to me is that I am not alone, that there are other Black women out here all working to reconcile the best of who we are, to bring together our lived experiences and the wisdom gained from that, and to do it in such a way that we would be vulnerable enough to share our lessons with others, that we can hear from each other. And I am hoping that my letter is really just an opportunity for another Black woman to be able to see.
When I first sat to write, I didn't know what it was going to be. I didn't know if it was going to be a letter, a poem, or even an essay. So I just knew that I wanted to write from my heart and let the Holy Spirit lead, and I just be the vessel. And so as I kept writing, it became a letter. And after I finished it, there were tears. And that for me let me know that there's promise. There is something that God needs for others to hear.
Think, because if someone has a problem with you being all that God has called you to be, that's their issue, not yours. And I think it's important for us just to know that, to understand that as Black women, we are beautiful and we do not get the credit that we deserve, and we're always dimming ourselves in order to make people feel comfortable around us, and we're not doing it anymore.
Understand the relationship and the significance of the relationship between yourself and your body, yourself and your vulva, yourself and your pleasure, and being able to not only understand it but learn how to control it is huge. And getting to that place, even at 30, has been a really big breakthrough in my journey of understanding and getting to know who I am.
Are often taught from a younger age that we are to be the greatest, the best at everything that we strive for, the smartest at everything we do, number one. And sometimes that creates this feeling of needing to be perfect and needing to be on top of everything. And that stress is ridiculous and creates this feeling of needing to be perfect. And so I wanted this letter for everyone to realize that you don't have to be perfect, because perfection and that thought process.
My poem is for all the little girls who feel forgotten and invisible. My poem is also for all the young ladies who want to feel strong and empowered and confident, but still struggle to see themselves the way God sees them, as beautiful and amazing. My poem is also for all the strong women who have done the work to heal and grow and are confidently walking into all God has for them, but every so often still feel the pain of the little girl they used to be.
This masterpiece means so much to me. I recall in all the stages of my life, and all the stages of grief, and all the stages of forgiveness, and all the stages of just everything that we go through as women, as Black women, wishing that I had a big sister, wishing that I had someone who spoke to me about my experiences, and to be a part of that process, to be a part of this hopeful recovery process for another woman is just
It's an honor. It's a dream come true. So I hope that my piece for other Black women is transformative. I hope that it's honest. I hope that you feel seen. I hope that it's exactly what you needed to hear. The day before my submission, I had nothing. I had a blank page, and I prayed that God would tell me what to say, to reveal to me what would help the most amount of people. And I came up with the story of giving myself permission to stop carrying the burden that I've been carrying my entire life. So I pray that you feel seen. I pray that you feel heard. And I pray that it changes the lives it's supposed to change.
Hey sis, I am incredibly ecstatic, honored, and I'm really humbled that my poetry will be shared with Black women across the world. Like, it's crazy. And I think that as Black women, we go through things and we think that, oh, it's just an isolated event. And so with my words, my hope is that Black women can connect to it and show that, hey, I have a friend somewhere in the world who has been through the same thing I'm going through. So my hope is to bring a connection and to bring hope to Black women all.
It offers them a time to be introspective and reflective without thinking that their past selves were just horrible people. One of the things that I've learned, especially about myself, is that often I used to look at my past and feel this deep-rooted sense of shame, embarrassment, and I didn't like that. You know, I was young, I was immature, I was, all of the things, but I was still a person. I was still doing my best just as much as I am now. And I hope that I would give myself the same amount of grace 10 years from now that I gave my.
Yeah. And what my letter offers to the lives of other Black women, it offers you a narrative, but it actually offers you language. I think a lot of times for women, we don't have the language to express what we've experienced. We don't have the words, whether we have blocks or whether we have fear, worries, or concern. And so what my piece does or will do for many of you is it might finally just give you the words that your inner self.
I've learned so much. And so I hope and pray that some Black girl, some Black woman will be encouraged, be inspired by what I've written. And that's actually what makes me excited, that I do believe that someone will understand and know that you're not the only one, right? You're not the only one that is in this season, right? And it's okay to be in this season. It's okay to be content and be happy. You can be content.
Hey girlfriend, what's good? My name is Taylor D Butler and I am an author. I'm an author. I am the author of Semen Stained Sheets, and it is an excerpt from My Vulva and Me, Volume 2, an anthology for Black women by Black women. Wow. When I think of My Vulva and Me, I think of womanhood, simply put. And I know you're like, Taylor, there's no simple way to talk about womanhood, and you're right, there's not. But I promise you that My Vulva and Me is the embodiment of what a Black woman is. It's triumphant, it's bold, it's overcoming, it's strong, it's wise, it's resilient. It's literally the essence of the experiences of Black women. And it's amazing. It's breathtaking, and it literally sends chills up my body thinking about what this body of work is and what it means for Black women. It's amazing. It's simply amazing.
Child, sorry, you had to unmute. Oh my God. Sir.
No, that was cute.
Speak up, they can't hear you.
Y'all can't hear me, right?
No, they cannot.
They can hear.
Tarisha, you have to enunciate.
Because you're going to get me out my element.
You got to enunciate, Carisha.
She got Carisha, please.
Carisha, please. Yes, Taylor. That was so beautiful. And so for me, one of the things that is important for me is the ability to use your voice. One of the things that mommy taught me, Whitney, was that she used to tell me all the time to speak up for myself. And like, if something ain't right, say it, right? Now, what really used to trip me up about Shorty, though, is that I can speak up for myself for everybody but her. For sure. So this one time, we was getting ready to go to the beach. Ooh. We were on our way to the literal beach, the sand and the ocean, right? And we had all the bags packed, but she left my new sandals. And so I wanted to pack my sandals to go to the beach, because where do you wear sandals if not on the beach? So I packed my bag, and she was, I don't know what she was doing, double checking, because that's just what she did. And she took my sandals out of the bag. So I put them back in the bag because
I need my sandals.
And so she came and snatched them back out and was like, didn't I say you wasn't taking these dumb sandals?
I mean, they were kind of.
She bought them. This is the gotcha. She ripped them them sandals to shreds, called them all manner of things.
But they were chunky.
She bought them.
But they were chunky.
But she
in her defense.
No, there's no defense.
They were not.
There's no defense.
They were not beach shoes. They were not beach sandals. Don't try to play with my mom. They was not beach sandals. They were sandals. They were sandals. But they were like fashion sandals. They weren't sandals that you will wear to the beach. They weren't like flip-flop sandals or like work shoes.
Watch this.
But can y'all guess who my mom's favorite was? Because first
I was not her favorite. First of all, her favorite is Kaden, for sure. That was her favorite.
But before,
yes. Kaden, for sure.
Kaden, for sure. But before Kaden got here, make him think you love him, think it's dimple. Like, but anyway, now, so we got into it a little bit, and she slapped me. She slapped me so hard, my contact came out. And so because how about 11, 12-ish year old self?
No, you couldn't have been that young.
14.
I'm about to say we didn't even move into the house then.
I was 10 when we moved to Yaden.
And now, no, you weren't.
We moved to Yaden in 2000.
And that makes you how old, Brittany? What year were you born?
I was 12 when we moved to Yaden. Okay, them 2 years, you're right.
I'm just saying.
Anyway, I didn't appreciate it. So I wanted to have her have a sit down, and she listened, and then she says, you use that outside. You don't use that in here with me. But what I decided to do was use that in all that I do. I knew that those lessons that she taught me, and really honestly and truly living with her, yes, correct, absolutely. That's exactly what she did. I mean, contact clear out. And I was around here, I was like this, like trying to find it. And then I realized that it got slapped out of my eye. Like, how do you slap a contact out?
The funniest part about this story, Brittany says, you ain't have to hit me in my eye like that.
And so as
I was at the top of step tower.
And as a family, that was like our ongoing joke. Like randomly, for no reason at all, somebody would just yell out, you ain't gotta hit me in my eye like that. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I need to find a way to stop leaning forward because I can't see. But anyway, let me just take a pause for the cause for a second. Y'all see how we looking? Look at the people, sister. Somebody, y'all watching on your phone, take a screenshot. Do another one. Give them another one.
Oh wait, that was back.
Come on, this one. All right, tag me in them when you screenshot them. I took away the thing. So here's the thing. Did she say
you? Said you.
We look you cute.
I'm just saying.
Okay. Anyway, okay, both of them. Okay, you cute. Anyway, when I say no, nothing but Black women has touches, I mean even down to our looks. Okay. Shout out to Lisa and Lisette of Lily Rose, beauty, image, styling, all the things. Faith beat. First of all, y'all already know I don't let nobody touch my face, except for that one time I went to LA. But Lisa. And then Lisa came through and hooked my sister up,
And I don't wear makeup at all. Just give me a little lash and I'm out the door.
but look how she looking. Giving it to the people. Got her yits out.
How would you, you know?
You do, but it's lovely.
Don't do that.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I didn't get it. Okay. But anyway,
But you got the
so shout out to them for this look. Make sure if you need virtual styling consultations, they do it all. If you need a virtual makeup tutorial, they do that as well. So it don't matter whether you was around the corner in New Jersey or across the country in California, Lily Rose has you covered. Okay. Now, I put on the thing that I wanted to tell y'all a story about how my mom got attacked by a falcon. And I'm doing this because it's really grounding the power of the narrative. And it will really be the greatest segue into our conversation with the authors, because there was an evening when my sister, y'all heard that she was in South Carolina. She left me here alone to care for our ailing mother. Look, our ailing mother, there was nothing wrong with her. She just was crazy as cat poop. And she left me here to care for her on my own while I was raising a young family. One evening, we were on our way home. She called me, and whenever she was trying to be serious or if she was upset, she would call me by my middle name. So I heard this labored breathing over the phone, and she says, Danielle, this is mommy. And Mom, I know, I have caller ID. I know who you are. She says, Danielle, I need you not to be you right now. And I'm like, well, what does that mean? Because now I'm mad. And she says, Danielle, I'm hurt. And I'm like, what? And she's like, I've been attacked by a falcon and I need you to come get me. I said, Mom, have you been drinking? And if you've been drinking, I'm going to be mad. And she said, Danielle, this is not a time to play. This is not a time to play. I said, well, call 911, Mom. No, I said, well, call 911, Mom. She said, Danielle, if I call 911, they're going to break in my door and I cannot afford a new door. Can you please come? I said, okay, I'm on my way. But I promise you, if I get there, you was drinking, I'm going to have an attitude. So I'm racing the EMT because she had already, I called them on the way. And she had said she's laying hurt somewhere. I don't know what that means. She's laying hurt for a little while. So I'm driving, pedal to the metal. Like I said, I live about 10 minutes away. I get in the house, I'm parking, the EMT folks, I hear them behind me. So I park, I come in, sis is laying in the middle of the living room floor like this. Stretched out like this in the middle of the living floor with all of the spokes of the banister around her. Because she was in the bathroom, somehow a bird, a regular, everyday house bird. I mean, not a house bird.
No, like it was like a pigeon or something, like a little baby bird. Like
The bird.
brown ones.
Regular bird.
She told me it was a phoenix. So,
well, regular neighborhood bird, like the house bird, like these birds get in your house and your gut is just regular bird. Had got into her bathroom somehow. She opened the door. It scared her naturally. She closed it. She went to go open it again, and I guess the bird was riled up, so it was flailing. She said it attacked her. It went for her eyes, was her exact word. It went for my eyes. And so she jumped back, got scared, fell through the spokes of the banister, tumbled down into the living room floor, stretched out like this here. Let me tell you something. I've never laughed so hard in my entire life. And when I tell you, I am on my knees crying. And she's like, Danielle, this is not funny. And I was like, Mom, how did you do this? She was like, it went for my eyes. What was I supposed to do? So the EMT get her, put her in the thing. She's good. Like they help her up, check her vital, or she's fine. She's still holding her arm. She don't want to go to the hospital. Of course, I make her go to the hospital. We get to the hospital. I tell the story that actually happened. She shuts me up because every once in a while she wanted to pull that I'm the mom rank. So she shuts me up and she tells the doctor that this falcon attacked her. and tell the story so convincingly that the doctor was ready to call animal control because he wanted to understand how a falcon got into her home. And I had to tell, like, in the suburbs, in like a blink of an eye from Philadelphia. So I had to step outside the room with the doctor to tell him, sir, it was not a falcon. She has never in her entire 40, however many years of life at that time, seen a falcon. She does not know what a falcon is. And then we coming back in the room and she's on the phone with my sister telling her that it was a what now?
She told me it was a phoenix, y'all. A phoenix. A phoenix.
And I mean, and I'm smart. You know I'm smart. But are they real?
I don't think so.
It's like a fictional.
Yeah, I believe.
But
Because they had fire on their
Correct.
tails. And she told me it was a phoenix.
Okay. So why is it important to tell your story? Because here's the thing, telling stories like these is why people who have never met my mom in their entire life, okay, thank you, who have never met my mom in their entire life, believe that they know her. They are in love with her. They are convinced that she was their friend just from being able to tell stories like this. So the power of your story, your narrative, and more honestly, your truth is really what will carry you through. Because as we started this talking about my mom's death being funny, and for some people that's uncomfortable, but of these stories that I'm telling you, doesn't it make sense that the way she died intentionally to piss me off, respectfully, because it was very inconvenient. I had a lot of stuff to do that day. And then it was like during the holiday, so that every time it was, yeah, she definitely
No,
did.
for sure.
No, for sure. No, seriously. Then it was like on around the holiday time, so she'll always be in the mix. It couldn't have been in like June or something where nobody's like thinking about nothing else. Y'all think this was on purpose? Just was on. She was. So anyway, I love that I can create this avenue, and honestly, this was God given because my Vulva and Me started off as 10 do's and don't tips for vulva hygiene. Change your clothes after swimming. Don't use any scented pads or tampons. Get regular 3 to 5 year pap smears. Like that was what my Vulva and Me started off at. It has now ballooned into 2 books, a 4-season web series, a group coaching program, and more things to come. And I am just like amazed by it. And it really is rooted in just the power of the story. Because I can just tell you, me and my mom had a crazy relationship. But to hear the stories, that is where the meat is. It's really, we talk all the time about concept. If you look at even that scripture, the words of the scripture are the words of the scripture, but it is the context, it is the story, it is the using, and Vernique speaks a lot, one of our other authors, Vernique Ophelia, who is the wholeness plug, she speaks a lot about the difference between the story and the narrative. And so the meat of the story of our relationship may have you turn your nose up into, but it is the narrative that I've taken from who my mom was, who she is to me, which is very different than who she was to my sister. Hold on, let me show you my time check. Oh wait, no, yes, ma'am. Okay. It's very different, and it's all rooted in our story. Because just like when they were telling the story of Jesus and when he rolled at the tomb, the people tell the story very differently. Because, when mommy passed, you had your affective reaction was very different from mine, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So much so that you was telling people that something was wrong with me.
This child ain't cried I don't think she cried until after my mom's funeral. Something was wrong with her.
Because stuff had to get done.
Okay, Lisa.
I mean, listen, we had to plan the funeral, prepare the repast. I had to write the eulogy. Like, who has time to cry? Anyway, so I want to now get into, and so Jazz, when I call their authors' names, I want you to pin their video so I can,
She is Molly from Insecure.
Now,
I mean, we don't really like
now,
Molly,
Nikki,
but
Molly from Insecure. I don't know how to.
You give me Molly vibes.
No.
I'm just saying a little bit though, like
No.
not like a lot, like
No.
a little bit.
No. No. Tarisha, please. I mean, she a little bougie, but I'm not bougie. Anyway. So I'm gonna call it. I want to introduce to you, without further ado, the My Vulva and Me authors. Jen, for just a second, can we get everybody on the screen? Oh, I'm looking. Oh, Lord, there's a lot of me in this dress. Oh, I can't see. Oh, let me hold up. Let me scroll. Can I scroll? Oh, there y'all go. I want to see from the thing. Oh, y'all is cute. Hi, hey, Auntie. Okay, so who we got up first? Okay, so Alicia Shaw. Alicia Shaw. You on mute, baby.
Hello.
Hi,
Can you hear me?
gorgeous. Yes.
Hi.
Ain't she cute?
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. So, hey, so real quick, because we gotta do this like how they do at Black people's funerals. We got 2 minutes because it's a lot of y'all that we gotta get through. But introduce yourself to everybody and tell everybody what made you submit your My Vulva and Me letter.
Oh, okay. So I am Alicia Shaw. I currently reside in Bear, Delaware. To be honest with you, I just felt like it was God speaking to me, because I was scrolling across your Instagram and I just saw the post that you put on there on looking for authors. And I kept thinking about it and I was like, I'm not sure. And something just said, just do it. And I remember speaking to someone that said, there's something that they told me there's something that you've been pondering on whether or not you should do it. And I don't know what it is, but you just need to do it. And I'm like, that was the only thing that I was pondering on. And I just feel like, okay, I was going to go ahead and just share, a little bit about myself in your anthology, because I never thought about something I would want to tell my younger self. And it just made me kind of reflect on some things that I may have wanted to say to myself, or wish someone had said to me, or even I have 2 young daughters, something that I want to share with them or tell them, that I didn't get a chance to hear for myself. So I just took a chance and just was hoping you'd love it enough to put it in your book.
And I did. You remember that on Coming to America was like, go ahead, girl, take a chance. And you did, and it was lovely, and your unboxing video was beautiful, and it made me cry. So I want to personally thank you. I appreciate you. Your voice is so special and matter of fact. Even when you talk just in general, it's so like, this is what it is. And like, I really enjoyed that. I really have enjoyed getting to know even just a glimpse of you through your story. And I'm so grateful that you trusted me to share and be a part of this work. And that pink is shining on you, girl.
Thank you. I was trying to put the light on so y'all can see that it was, pink, because it wasn't looking pink at first. So I hope y'all can see I'm pink today.
It's pink. Awesome. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Next up, Christian Jones. Hey, mama. Hey. How you doing? You said you was nervous, child.
I am, child.
So why were you so nervous to submit your story?
Well, so I've been a published author with a couple of pieces before, but it was years ago. A lot of life has happened. I hadn't written in a while, a long while. I would write little things, but not share them. So I think I saw a post of yours about the book, but it was a quote that you posted on a meme, and it spoke to me. And I think I commented, "Oh, I feel seen," or something like that. And it spoke to me in a way that I commented. And then when you were like, "Hey, girlfriend, do you want to submit? Do you want to, be a part of?" And I thought about it for a while, and I was like, yeah, why not? It was a risk that I was willing to take. I'm glad I took it because it brought me down a journey that I had forgotten about, and how freeing writing really is for me.
Awesome. So what was your favorite part about the whole author experience?
I would have to say letting my vulnerability, giving vulnerability words and writing it to share. I feel like as I was writing, this is what I would say to baby Chris, my younger self, right? And this is what kind of like what the last young lady said, that this is what I wish that I had for myself and someone to speak to me. So that was the most enjoyable part about it to me.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad you said yes. I'm glad you put past those nerves, because it's really well-rounded and special because of your work. So thank you.
I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Next up, we have the incomparable. Like literally, we wouldn't be here if it were not for Miss Sheridan S. Davis. Everybody give a round of applause to Sheridan S. Davis, please.
Oh, Lord.
Hey. Where's she go?
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
There we go. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can't see you though. Where are you?
Fix it, Jesus.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Yes. For those of you who do not know, Sheridan S. Davis is the owner, operator, and brain trust behind Chocolate Chip & Co., which is the publishing house, okay, come on, somebody, behind My Vulva and Me, Volume 2. Hi, beautiful.
Hello, beautiful. Hey, ladies. How are you?
How you doing? Tell the people, I mean, I told them who you are, but you tell them who you are, because tell them better than I could tell.
Okay. Excuse my voice, but hey, everybody. Hey, girlfriends. Super excited to be here with you guys tonight to celebrate My Vulva and Me, Volume 2. My name is Sheridan S. Davis. I'm from Chicago. Come on, chocolate. Amen. I am from Chicago, Illinois. I'm an author. I've written 15 books. And I have published a bunch of books. I need to count them. But I am elated to help most of my clients are Black women. And I'm excited to help other Black women realize their dreams for becoming published authors. So that is a little piece of who I am.
Yeah, and I am so I shot my shot. I slid her DMs.
Yes.
And was like, I have a question for you. When I worked, and honestly, the first volume of My Vulva and Me came to life, came together, and God did what God does. But it wasn't as easy breezy lemon squeezy as I would have liked it to be. So honestly, I was like, that was cute. I did it. All right, let's move on. But then something was just like, it's not the work, it was the method. And so I shot my shot to Sheridan. She said yes, because she's a big deal. You heard her say she wrote 15 books. She is the author of the Church Girl series. And I know, unless you've been under a rock, you know them folks in that Church Girl series is okay. And so and even really honestly, it was even just the quality of the covers of her book. I was like, yeah, I need to work with her. And she came so highly recommended just from her pen, just like before we even got to the logistics of the publishing. And I just want to publicly thank you and nod you in front of you and all however many folks watching, that I am so truly, truly grateful for you. I really appreciate your yes, and I really appreciate, even outside of what you've done for me, how you show up with your gift as a scribe every single day. Is literally what you do day in and day out. It makes me feel like I can do what I need to do as well. So, and I thank you for that.
Oh, that is so sweet. Listen, y'all. So she talking about she shot her shot. Let me tell y'all something. I was on the phone with my best friend on FaceTime. And I was like, actually, I want to say maybe a couple days before, she had followed me on Clubhouse. Listen, I don't follow me now, y'all. I don't be on there like that for real. But anyway, Clubhouse was real fresh, and she had followed me back. And I was like, yo, Brittany Broaddus-Smith done slid in my DM talking about, can we talk? Yeah. So I was very, very excited that God chose me and you chose me for this work. So yeah, in any way I could support, I'm here.
Thank you. But you're also not only the publisher, you're also an author in My Vulva and Me. So what is something that you
Correct.
hope that your story will give to another Black woman?
Ooh, okay. I hope that my story gives to women the ability to choose to be yourself, and be comfortable in the person that God has created you to be, whatever size you are, whatever shade you are, whatever height you are, whatever you are, accept the package that God created you to be and know that it's very good. And that's that on that. Like, you are you, and be excited about that.
I'm trying to work. Listen here. I'm listening to you, but I'm trying to work these two things here at one time.
It's okay. I understand.
Right here is no, she's not. She's just sitting here. Like, did you hear you just came to be cute? For sure. I mean,
and I'm not mad at it. Praise God.
I mean, because she's a big
represent for the chocolate. Amen.
What? Yeah, I don't work for free. You're a big deal. My working for free days are over. You're in your second book. Oh my God. No, don't co-sign this. That's right. Don't. What? Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Sherry.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So, no, I won't leave her alone. She's terrible. Okay, next up, I would like, and the thing is that I can't see who is all on here, so prayerfully you're on here, is Jessica Jones with us on, you know how the church folks say, on tonight. Ha! There she go. Hey, girlfriend. You muted. Yeah, but you muted. You muted, honey. No, she's still muted. Yeah, she muted. I'm mute. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm gonna come back to you, boo. KP Holly. Are you
Hey,
girlfriend? Hey, girlfriend. Let me tell y'all about KP though. Because like low key, me and sis, like in real life, because the DMs be popping, okay? Like, listen, whether it's something that somebody said somewhere else, they're like, girl, look at this, or like just the support from answering my polls, or if I do a this or that, she be fussing at me about the this or that answers, and like, she really is like a supporter for real. And like, I honestly said, I really, truly appreciate you, because like, you 10 toes down, and like, that's really what's up, because when it comes to social media and that kind of thing, like, you really never know what's genuine. But I can really tell, even from however far away, your genuine heart just comes through. And the same thing with the conversation between KP and Miss B. Tell the people about the conversation between KP and Miss B.
Yo, Brittany got my vulva to talk. Okay. Yo, first of all, I follow her on social media, as she says. I just be following, liking stuff, talking stuff. I like talking to people. So I'm like, oh, she's cool. She say girlfriend, and she talk like me. Then she goes and posts about, submissions. And I got scared. As big and bright and bold as I am, y'all, I got scared because I'm confident on social media. I'm confident in pictures. I'm confident when you talk to me, but I can write. But I got so scared, and I was like, okay, oh, what am I gonna say? What am I gonna do? I ain't gonna do it at all. And so I said to myself, I'm not gonna do it at all. And I had, just been okay with not wanting to write anything at all. But on the serious tip, my vulva started talking to me. No BS. And my vulva said, you have to talk. You have to share this conversation, because someone needs to hear this. You have to really go deep inside. And like y'all have said too, you weren't taught properly, or you were taught, kind of, sort of. And my vulva said, we got to tell them about that one time we did that one time thing, And my vulva said, you got to really speak to your kids too with this book, because I'm a published author as well. It's my third book, y'all. But this right here, this is personal. This is truly personal. I hope that you all read all the stories and really get something from every single one, because we brought it all. We put our hearts in those pages. It was a lot. And I can probably say for all y'all on here that you still got some more to say too, you know?
Period.
So just thank y'all for listening, but know that it was like a devil on one side, an angel on one side saying, don't do it. For real. Don't do it. Ain't nobody gonna like it. That kind of stuff. But that's what's in your head. But when you really sit and relax and let God come through, oh my gosh, y'all. Thank y'all. Seriously. Thank you, Brittany.
Thank you, KP. And it was so, it is like your when you said, and she talked like me, it is so refreshing to have somebody or hear somebody who like kind of gives the same energy as you and is as intelligent, is as innovative as like, in the marketplace can make it happen, but also, hey, girlfriend.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? And like not having to code switch and like all of those things. Like, and people on social media, especially once you get to, a certain level, and not that I'm like big time or anything, but like I've noticed as my like numbers have increased, the expectation has been greater, and people will pull on you so much to the point where I'm just like, I don't want to do like this is too much. But like spaces and people like you where in my DMs I'm responding and it really is just like I'm talking to like somebody I actually know, and I don't feel like I'm being drained. And so I really, truly, truly appreciate you. And I want to encourage you to continue to be your 100% self. And at any point you get a devil on your shoulder that tell you not to do something, that's the very thing that you need to do. Because you know that he's alive.
Say it, sis. Let me tell y'all one more really funny thing. So I have braces. Ting. And I also talk fast, right? I got a little accent too. So I told Brittany, I said, girl, I'm hoarse. I can't record this audio book. My throat is sore. I'm sick. So I said, can I do it over? She was like, that's between God and Audible now. I was like, what? I fell out. I said, that girl did not say that's between God and Audible. I mean, sis, it's done now. It's gonna be fine. And you know what? It's fine. It is just fine.
It's above. It literally was above me now, and there was nothing I could do about it. And it is beautiful. If you don't, for those of you who are watching, My Evolve in Me is being released tomorrow in print, Kindle, and Audible. We had a moment where we brought I can't even believe that we were able to pull this off. But we got all the ladies together virtually. We did a quick little meet and greet. Then everybody went to their own corners of the world, recorded their piece. We sent it over to Loveworks Studios. It was mixed and mastered and all the things. A few times we had to circle back, like y'all had some dishes in the background. I heard that trolley coming around the corner. The kids was fussing, like, but it came together. And like I said, God and Audible decided it was approved, and it was yes, and horns. Absolutely. It was time to go. So thank you so much, KP.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jess, you ready? You all good now?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I'm ready.
I want to put my eyes on you. Jess, pin Jessica Jones's video. There she go. There she go.
Hi, guys.
Hi, gorgeous.
Hi.
Yes, my sister said, oh, she wearing orange like me.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm nervous.
For what? Girl, why?
Yeah.
And now how you show up on social media, like, this is what we're going to do. Here's what y'all need to understand today. Yeah, nothing to be nervous about. So I want to let y'all know that this one lady right here, her heart is so sweet. And so she texted me, she said, I want to send you something. And I was like, cool, you don't have to send me nothing. And she was like, yes, I'm going to send you something. And I was like, I'm thinking it's like a little card, a little thank you note, some edible arrangements and like something to eat. But now she said, oh, come on, Mom, go ahead, Auntie, I see you. But she sent me this visionary hoodie. And like, I'm a crybaby if y'all haven't realized already, but like, just I literally cried. Like literally cried. Like, because that's not a way that I've ever saw myself. And visionary author was just like, it was more descriptive as far as for the purpose of the book than it was like identity. And so when you said that, when you sent it, and like, you know, just from what I pick up from you, that's not like something you just do by happenstance. I was just like, oh my God, is this?
Yeah, you definitely, you're leading something. You're leading a movement. This is deep. Just the opportunity to be in the book and express what I express, it's divine. So yeah, you're definitely the visionary. Of course, God is the ultimate visionary, but he definitely used you to present this.
My goodness. And so this topic that you wrote about, singleness, it's like very charged. Like, so what made you say that this is the letter I want to write?
I think I tell people that it's the one, I know it. It's my life. And it's been my life for a while now. And I've questioned God, like, why so long? And it's, at the end of the day, it's his timing. I can't move him. I'm not my own. So obviously there's something for me, there's something that he wants me to share with the world. And like I said, you gave me the opportunity to do that. I thought there were so many things that went through my mind. Like, do you actually want to tell the world about this? Do you want to let people know that you're still single? Like, there's a whole bunch of things went through my mind. But at the end of the day, I kept hearing, you're not your own. You're not your own. You're not your own. So that's why it's out.
And it's out there, honey. So the world, y'all have to tell the world, okay?
Right.
Worldwide, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's when I first selected the letters, and I sent, you know, the first group message to all the, I said, prepare yourself, because this is getting ready to go across the world. Like, I genuinely believe that volume 1, I had books delivered to Japan. For volume 1. This volume, we have an author who is from she's from the States, but she's currently living in Uganda. So so we're literally the 4 corners of the earth, my vulva and me shall be. And I just want y'all to know now, if at any point in the time in this situation, Michelle LeBron Obama gets a copy of this book, send help. I'm gonna listen. This is my emergency contact, because I promise you, I'm gonna be stretched out somewhere. I'm gonna be just like my mama after that falcon in the middle of the floor, straight like this. Okay. I thought you were going somewhere. What did you think I was going? I'm sorry. You thought I was gonna die like my mama? What you said it? She made the joke, and now I'm the bad guy. Thank you so much, Jess.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have my auntie, the Reverend Doctor. Okay, come on, somebody. Lisette Cross. Please bring her to the stage. How they do in the clubhouse. Hey!
Hey, girlfriend. Niecy, how you doing?
I'm so good, gorgeous. How are you?
I'm good. You got me in my good church with the little cape on the side. I was like, I'm gonna come through with a little auntie feel, little elder feel to the space. So yes, I'm just grateful to be here, and just so proud of you, and so proud of the work, and so proud of this moment and movement, and all the ways in which you are doing your thing, and that I am honored that you chose to call me auntie, so that people understand. I did not levy that. I did not invite it. I did not ask for it, that you saw fit to call me that. And I take that as such an honor. So I'm so proud of you. And it's so nice to virtually meet your sister. Hey, girl. And just to be here with all these lovely Black women doing the divine thing that Black women do, which is save everybody. So it's good. It is good.
Oh, and the fact that sorry, y'all got to know we in a hotel, y'all, right? And somebody's walking You y'all gotta come back.
I was gonna try to come past that. I got a whole TV show going on.
Oh, well, you're gonna have to come on now. They already told them you were standing right there. We live.
He taking my time. Tell him he taking my time.
You might as well come on. And now make sure you say hi when you walk past. Come on now.
Wow, what we doing, Shop?
Just say hi, sir.
Come on, say hi, sir.
How you doing, ma'am?
Hey, walk on by.
Well, then, God, you go now.
No, I'm finding another route.
All right.
They trying to put me on TV.
Okay, sir.
Child, legato. Like, I apologize for our viewers. I knew this was for y'all. I said it. I thought we found a little corner. Oh my God. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, I met my auntie. This was about 5 or so years now at this point, right?
Yeah, 2017, New Orleans. Let's talk about sex.
Oh, let's talk about sex. Sister Song conference, right?
Sister Song, yes.
Yeah, and that was my first conference. It was when I had a workshop called Sex and Salvation that I sent to everybody. Everybody declined. I literally wrote the same proposal, but changed the name to If God Created My Clitoris, and then everybody scooped it up. And I was able to go to Sister Song and present, and Tanya actually introduced us, right? Tanya Beth, Tanya Beth, hey Tanya, she actually introduced us, and literally from us Dr. on the elevator, we were, Dr. Bass, come on here. We were on, I have so many Black women doctor friends. It is just.
That's because you're about to be Dr. Broaddus-Smith too. It's all, we travel in groups. We travel in groups, so
I got
it is coming.
I got a paper due to do after this is over, so.
That's all right. It don't come for free, but it's coming.
All right. But we were on that elevator cutting up, like literally met each other 30 seconds prior. And we was in there cutting up, and I was just telling her how I didn't have a praying grandmother, but I'm going to be one. And from there, she's been my heart, and like someone I look up to in the sex and faith space. It's not many of us. It's not many of us that do what we do, how we do it, and then who look like us. There's even fewer, and the ones who are the hallmark, if you will, of this space is like, we like, But to have you as a mentor, even if in my head, some of my aunties, somebody I can look up to, and really just a super fan, or like honestly, it's just the greatest. And so you deciding to be a part of this work is an affirmation, honestly, that I didn't even know that I needed. Like there's like to have other women sign up for it is amazing, but like when your peers affirm, when your peers say yes, and people that you like look up to say yes, it's a different type of feeling. So I really thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad I could say yes.
Look how cute she just said. You is sharp, mother.
Listen, I don't get to show out very often, but when I do, I step to the plate and I try to hit a home run. So
okay, sister, I don't do the most, but I do a lot. Okay,
just saying.
Come on, right? Thank you. But I'm gonna need you to take a full body picture and send it to me, though. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. Thank you so much. Next up, we have Nicole Porter. Nicole Porter.
Hello.
Hi. I can't see you. Where you go? Hold
Hi.
On. Are you on there? There she go. There she goes. Hi.
Hold on. Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm so excited to be here. Like, I can't sit still. Y'all see me going back and forth over here because I'm so hyped.
I'm so excited. Did you get your box?
I did. Yes, I did. And I'm so sorry. I got your email about the opening after I opened it, but my mom was on the phone with me, so she got to see and hear the excitement. So if you need proof, I can have her talk to you.
Awesome. And so that's to perfectionism. That's what you want for us. Why?
So I wrote about perfectionism because it is something that I am battling on a constant basis. Every day I am trying to be the best that I can be, show up and show out, but also have this internal fear that I'm not doing things right or that I'm getting judged for something, that I don't know about it, and just feeling like I constantly need to have this perfect put together face. And so I really wanted this letter more for myself as a reminder, as a physical reminder that perfectionism is not possible. And the only person that was perfect was Jesus. And so, yes, so I have him in me for sure. And also, I'm not perfect. And so trying to constantly be perfect is just too tiring for us to try to continue on with. So.
Absolutely. And that's so perfectly said. Oh, child, crack me up. Thank you. Thank you so much, Nicole. I appreciate you. I appreciate your letter, your honesty. I really love like the tone of your voice in your Audible recording. I was like, oh, this is so good. It's so soothing. Like, I can like listen to this while I go to sleep. Like, I really appreciate it. So thank you so much. So let's go
no problem.
The other Nicole Scott. Hey, Mama.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am doing great. I am blessed to be here with you all. I am so grateful and so thankful for you also, again, for being a part of My Involvement in Me. What was the most exciting part of this journey for you?
Oh, ooh. I think what's exciting for me is that it wasn't my idea at all. I wrote a poem. I have never written a poem, not since it was required for a school assignment in grade school. That was the last time I wrote a poem. But I just woke up one day and God had a poem on my mind. I didn't even write it down, but the words just kept circling through my brain to the point where I can't ignore it. I guess I should write it down. And God put it on my heart to submit it. And then I kind of forgot about it. I did not think anything was going to come of it. But God saw fit to use it in this way. And it's really kind of a testament to what God has been doing in this last season of my life, and then kind of a new season that I'm walking into right now.
And that's amazing. That's very amazing. And we are so very grateful that it's one of those things, like when I envisioned this work originally, I wanted it to be like us writing our letters and telling our stories to our younger self, but also that like a young Black girl could pick the book up and, and read it and go on and see what the end is going to be. Now, some of these stories has moved us out of like middle school to like a YA novel type of situation. Like we've elevated the book a little to a higher grade band. One of these days we're gonna get it for the baby, but not quite yet. But I love the diversity of your piece, how literally anybody could pick it up, read it, read through it, and be like, yes, I can do this. Or yes, that was my situation, but my future though. So I really appreciate that about your piece and about your commitment to even submitting and like everything I asked you for, you had it right there. It wasn't a problem. So it was a joy. It was really a pleasure working with you. So thank you for that.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm in grad school, so I know the dates. I know how to get stuff.
And okay. Thank you. Next up, we have Tarisha Buckley.
Hi.
Hey, girlfriend.
How are you?
Well, Tarisha is another one of my DM buddies. We are in DMs most days, at some point throughout the day, something my responding to my stories, sending me something that she's seen, tagging me or something. And it is again, just like KP, is very genuine. I don't feel like you're just like, and not that I'm nobody, but it's like when you get to a certain place, people want to be in your DMs, and if you respond, it's just like they want to have you say something so they can share it. It's really like a clout thing. Not that I'm anything to be clouded about, but it's genuine from you, and I appreciate it. Tarisha was the first person to submit her letter, and it had taken a while for folks to start submitting, and I almost was like, oh, well, maybe I heard God wrong. Maybe this wasn't what he told me to do. And when she submitted her letter, I was like, oh no, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. No, this is definitely what I'm supposed to be doing. So, and I love how specific your letter is, like to Tarisha 10 years ago, like not like a super young child, not like a baby or a teenager, but like 10 years ago, a decade ago, baby girl, this is something you needed to know. And it was that. So what was this? Quickly, if you could tell us like why 10 years ago, why was that so specific for you?
So I actually wrote this earlier this year, so around like February or March. And it was around the time where I was talking with a counselor. And one of the things that we were talking about was how we sometimes look at challenges and we remember the pain, but we don't remember like what actually happened. We don't remember the successes. We don't remember the lessons we learned, but we remember the pain, and how in the future or in the present, we'll feel stuck in certain areas because we remember the pain, not the actual events. Mm-hmm. And so one of the things that I started doing was looking at things, in my past and saying, oh, I remember the pain, but I also need to remember what happened. And I remember the shame, and I remember like all the things, but I didn't remember what happened like as much, right? And so 10 years ago, specifically, like went to the day when I was writing the letter, I remembered exactly where I was and exactly like what I had just gone through, and even like what was about to come after. And I thought to myself, I said, oh, I want to talk to that person, but I don't want to give her advice. I don't want to give her, all this wisdom of 10 years later and all that kind of stuff. I said, no, I actually just want to talk to her and, give her the edification that she wasn't getting at the time, give her the space to just, be and to understand that like, yes, right now it's not the best time in the world. You're not having the best time in the world. I can't guarantee you that things are going to get better, but you have exactly what you need right now to get through it. And when you get through it, you're going to be better. You're going to be brighter. You're going to be stronger. So that was the gist of it.
You see how like matter of fact she is. And it's like she's never too high, never too low, like really joyful and really taking stock in all of the moment, but really just like, yeah, that's just that on that. Like I love and like I love like this is steady. It's a steady being. It's like I love because I'm like like when I like people come into my space that is. You said that was smart. No. Anyway, people come into my space that are even keeled. It amazes me because like how are you? Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like you're not used to that. How are you so calm and so even tempered? And it's really just a pleasure to behold. So I am so grateful to be on this journey with you. I genuinely thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. No problem. Next up, we have a wonderful young lady who spells her name in a really, really fun way. Bernique O'Feely. Please and thank you. Please come to the stage.
First and foremost, it's Vernique Esther. We don't acknowledge that part of my name. So for all professional purposes, it's Vernique Esther. Thank you for the introduction. And my mama gave me that name. Now I'm grateful for it. Thank you. So I want to, first of all, start by saying that I had an entire outfit plan. I'm stranded. And so I couldn't bring the level that this extravaganza requires. However, the dope part is that Brittany has created such a safe space for Black women that it is what it is. It is what it is. And I believe that I'm well received in this space. Amen. Amen. I see my sister snapping, period, poo. So I know you haven't started asking your questions or whatnot, but I just want to say if I get emotional, one, it's been a rough weekend, but also I'm also grieving the loss of Lisa. And so I really just want to
Girl! You don't know her.
First of all, we were best friends.
Y'all see what I'm saying? Even in the
Thank you,
afterlife,
Cece. It's been very rough for us this last year, even though it's been 3 years.
4. See, this is how I know you know.
But it doesn't matter. She's really impacted my life.
Y'all free big me.
Thank you. Because it's a small thing to a giant.
Okay. Anyway, what she's referencing for you all is that my last text message exchange with my mom, she owed me money.
Were words of wisdom.
And she was taking too long to give it to me. And so I asked her for my money that she owed me for our birthday, our 25th and 30th birthday present. And I told her how much it was. And she was like, oh, that's a small thing to a giant. I'll give it to you Friday. That's literally the last words I've had with my mom and then what she said was, I'm Big Meech. That's a small thing to a giant.
Absolutely. And
she called
will we not call that prophetic? Will we not call that faith? Will we not call that Godfidence even? I'm just saying she left us a legacy.
Who is us? You don't know her.
Her children.
Okay. Anyway.
All of us.
Vernique Esther.
Whitney, my CC and myself, yes?
Who is CC? Charity, she's gonna be named. Anyway, if y'all cannot tell,
we all in this together.
We are not. If you not tell, this is obviously one of my girlfriends, and she has no sense, and she thinks that she's met my mom, although she never has. But the intensity of my mother's personality permeates through me and her. Me more so than her. But okay.
Correct.
Anyway, that ain't going too far. But Vernique Esther, excuse me, I don't know why. I literally have never said your last name.
You've never said my last name. I have no idea why.
That man distracted me when he came in. So we're gonna blame
It's the devil. It's really what it is.
Got me. So I apologize for that in public. I publicly apologize that I should have never said this. I'm sorry. But hey, beautiful, is the letter you wrote to yourself.
Yeah.
What does it mean to tell 8-year-old Vernique to refer to her as beautiful?
Yes. So first of all, I always grew up, and me and you shared this. We've talked about this, but I think I shared this more. Huh?
Don't tell my business.
I'm about to tell my business.
Okay, go ahead.
You already know that we share.
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
So I grew up always feeling like I was cute, but never beautiful. And even then there were times where I didn't even feel cute. And so the first time that I think I heard anyone, and I don't even think I heard it from my mother, to be honest. And so the first time that I heard somebody call me beautiful, I believe was like from a man or something. And so that I think began a pursuit of hearing those words and getting that affirmation elsewhere. And for me, writing Hey Beautiful was about reclaiming that for myself, like, and wanting her that in my mind, I think she's 8. I think it's 8-year-old me. And I want her to know that she's beautiful. And it's not because a man told her, and it's not because no one else did tell her, but by virtue of who she is. And in fact, because it's one thing to be like, oh, but it's the inside. But I want you to know on the outside, you also are beautiful, despite all of the things that may have told you were beautiful. The line that you put out for my graphic talked about colorism. I touched very lightly on colorism as far as, that everybody talks about how much darker you are than everyone else in your family. And it's not an insult, but it's not really a compliment. So I took all of these cues from my world and from my experience about how I felt about me, but I wanted to be able to go back in time and erase all of that, affirm her experience, but tell her, like, despite all of it, you're beautiful. And so to be honest, I feel like everybody else who wrote probably wanted to, you know, start world peace. This was very much a selfish experience for me. I needed this for me. I wrote it at a time where I was really lost. And for whatever reason, that was what came out. It's not, I wouldn't even say that it's my best work, but it was my most necessary work. And so for me, writing this piece and being a part of this book, I love everybody watching this. I love everybody who's going to touch this, but it wasn't for you. It was for me. And I'm grateful to be able to, and this is where you're going to get mad at me, Brittany, but I'm really grateful for my involvement in me and the fact that it's like, do y'all remember Chicken Noodle Soup for like the Teenage Soul? It's like, I remember reading those books and not really connecting with them, but this is the opportunity where we have our Chicken Noodle Soup for the Teenage Soul. And like this book is now going to be my family heirloom. Like I look forward to passing it down to my daughter and giving it to them. So that way she can read it and be like, you know what, let me take this and I can go back and like touch on it with her. Well, what did you read? What did you, and so I can dissect the different stories. And so that's why this was important for me. So yeah, I think I probably answered all of the questions that you didn't ask.
Bernie, that was a bit much.
Okay.
Family heirloom and chicken noodle soup was a bit aggressive. You came in a little hot, if I do say so. But my sister said she had a similar experience because she's so, let's see how beautiful she is. Was it like that for you growing up as well?
Yes, it was. My sister is very much lighter than me, and so is my mother.
We the same color.
We are not. We're not even close. So growing up, I always thought that my sister was prettier than me because she was the lighter skinned one. And it didn't, I don't think it hit me till I was probably like recent years, like my early 20s, that I was like, oh girl, you know, you somebody, like, you know, right. You cute, you was you. Because growing up, I always was called darky, blacky, like, you know, monkey. Like it was always those things. I never really discussed it because I felt like nobody would understand. Like my mom wouldn't understand, my sister wouldn't understand because they're lighter than me. They don't get the struggles that I was going through. But I just got confidence within myself one day. I just was like, oh, sis, you is that girl. So somebody like you out here. And it's not even the fact that somebody likes you out here. It was me. Like I started looking at myself like, you don't need nobody to say you cute. Or I will always get, you're pretty for a dark skinned girl. Yes. That was always my thing. And I just was like, you know, why can't I just be pretty? Why do I have to be for a dark skinned girl? Like, or it would be like, what's another one? Somebody asked me, was my mom really my mom because I was so much darker than her? And that was like, you know, I didn't really understand because I'm like, what do you mean? Yes, that's my mom. And then it was like, okay, well, I never saw, because my mom she didn't raise me and Brittany to be like opposite, like she's the light-skinned daughter, you're the dark-skinned daughter. Like we were raised together. So I never felt that from my mom until I went in the outside world. And then it was, you're pretty for a dark-skinned girl, or you're dark skin, or your sister is prettier than you. I've gotten that a couple times. And it wasn't until I got older and I just was like, you don't need anybody to validate your beautifulness. You don't need anybody to tell you you don't need anybody to tell you that you are beautiful. You know that in yourself that you are beautiful inside and outside. And dark skin is in, honey.
It is. And I think one of the problems though is that like now it's cool. And I hate that.
Now it's the trend. Now it's everybody wants to be dark. Well, not everybody, but it's becoming more popular. Even growing up, there wasn't any dark-skinned girls. Like in videos, it was always light-skinned girls or foreign girls. It was never dark-skinned girls in videos. And now dark-skinned girls are starting in videos more. They're more dark-skinned models now. So it's becoming more of, not a trend. What word am I looking for?
I mean, it has in a way become a trend, and I'm glad for the girls that are coming up now. But I also ache for all the girls, you know, like us who had to grow up in that climate. Like we were, I guess we were just ahead of our time or whatever, but dark skin should have always been in. There shouldn't have been a time period for it. And so the scars that have occurred over the years now, I don't think much about my skin tone now, but I spent so much time thinking about it as a child. And so and to your point as well, my grandmother is light skinned. I believe that we have my background is Haitian, and so there's like there's some ancestral rape and all that kind of stuff. So my mother's very light, and my family around me is a little less light than her, but I am the darkest person in my immediate and probably secondary family, and so I literally always felt like the black sheep. And I hate sharing this story, but it is my lived experience because I love my grandmother so much. But I remember being 5, being a child, and my mother used to bathe. My grandmother would bathe me, and she would literally be trying to clean like the black off. Like, you're so dark, let's try and get it off. Like it was dirt. And so that always stuck with me. And I know she didn't mean it that way, was how she grew up. But for so long, I thought that a part of my skin color was like a defect and it was a problem to be solved. And so I really wanted to go back to that space and reclaim that for myself. Like it wasn't a problem. It wasn't dirt. It wasn't any of that. So yeah.
So I'm crying. I know that the video, those watching on YouTube, Veronique's video is pinned. Thank God, because you can't see me snapping.
I wish it wasn't.
No. Jazz know what you're doing. Thank you, Jazz. Because honestly, sister, like I just say all the time, because my birthday is January 14th, my sister's birthday is January 16th. And we used to dress alike, like in our head, we were twins. And I used to say all the time that my sister is the pretty. Ooh. Come on now, get yourself together. Oh, girl. I used to say all the time that my sister is the pretty twin. Because I've always found her to be stunning. Like she is absolutely beautiful. Like I look at her and like am in awe of her full feature, like her full lips and her, her smaller nose, because my nostrils were big, and that was something I got picked on. And like she just always had like the it factor. Like she always had the swag. She never met a stranger. If she didn't talk to somebody, it wasn't because she was awkward, but it was because she just ain't like them, and she will stink sometimes.
I'm just shy.
Girl, I ain't not shy about you. But so to hear that, I heard you say, stuff sometimes about your skin, but like I've always been in awe of you. Like from the moment I met you when I was 5 years old.
I was just here.
Dog. But anyway, I'm trying to have a moment. Come on. So anyway, now Jasmine, who asked you now? I told you I was crying. Now what would you do? But that's I'll be here all night because I want to make sure y'all get going because we're a little bit behind. So I'm gonna go ahead and call up the next person. Thank you, Neek. Charity Jackson, CC, Cecilia, Sierra. She has a lot of names depending on how she's behaving that day. But right now, for the purposes of the book and her credits, Charity Jackson, please come to stage. Oh, come on, friend. Yes, hey, girlfriend.
I had to say it because everybody else was saying it, so
Because you never say it no other time.
I definitely don't.
No,
but
also,
Cecilia.
No, because she cuts up real big. So, thank you for being a part of this. I know you got some stuff. And the fact that you showed up today, I truly, truly, truly appreciate her. She is a warrior, y'all, in more ways than y'all really understand. I ain't gonna tell her business. just know God is good. She's holding on to God's unchanging hand, and I appreciate you.
Yeah, hold it on.
So what was the most exciting part about being a part of My Vault with Me? For the second time, you are a sophomore author.
Yeah. I will say it really didn't hit me like the gravity of it until we recorded the audiobook. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like our children's children would be able to hear our voices and they'll be able to know what we were thinking at that time. Like, how dope would it be if we could hear like our great-great-grandparents' voices and they could tell us about how they were feeling on a certain day. And so I think that's when the gravity of like what this project is really hit me. I don't know, did I answer your question?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, and so the Audible was like a new thing. I wanted to do Audible last year, and I actually even reached out a couple people to audition and do voiceover work for it. But I knew that the stories wouldn't hit the same in somebody else's voice. There was even a thought of, because I couldn't afford, I really wanted to fly all of y'all out. And one day God was going to send the money where this is getting ready to be a whole weekend thing, 1 year, 1 volume. But I couldn't do that. And so I shout out again to Lovework Studios, who had the bright idea of trying to figure this all out. And it was just, the stories themselves are powerful, but to hear it out loud, like when you get the Audible and put your headphones in and just sit back and just listen to it, it's heavy for sure, because unfortunately the plight of Black womanhood and Black girlhood, trauma is connected to it. We have some traumatic experiences, but the triumph at the end, when the he turned it of it all comes around, like it's tear jerking, it's awe-inspiring, it's everything. And not only are you my friend, you're my second time co-author, you are distinguished, published, visionary of all 3-time author, because twice with me, once with Jesus Posture. And the fact that you've already been in the game as an author and you thought it not robbery to be in my little old book. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brittany. I feel, and it's so funny as we tell our stories, how everybody was like drawn to do this. Like, I feel like this was just kind of a divine thing that was supposed to come together. And just hearing the voices, the individual voices, I think is my favorite part, because it's like you can hear the pain behind their voices. You can hear like their lives experience. You can imagine how old they are. Like, that is really dope. Like, y'all was in y'all bag when y'all thought about that one. That's dope. That's really dope. So I am so excited and so honored to be a part of this thing. And just to, like Veronique, I feel like a lot of it was like selfish desire for me to do it myself, because it was therapeutic, it was cathartic, it was everything I just didn't know that I needed. And it set me on the journey to go doing more things to kind of connect with my younger self and get closure in some areas. So it's really, what you're doing is dynamic, and I'm just so proud, and I love you so much. I'm just happy.
Oh, I love you too. Hey, Luke. I hate my baby.
Right.
Hey,
let us know.
Next up, we have Taylor Z Butler. Everybody give her a round. Let's do it again. Taylor D Butler.
Hello.
Hey, girlfriend.
Hey, girlfriend. How you doing?
Yes, come on. Episode of baseball.
How you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am great, and I am grateful for you. You, from the moment we've met virtually.
Please don't start this, because I'm already weepy. Please.
We've been 10 toes down from go.
Brittany, you know I like to cry. Please.
Well, listen, from the group, from Authentically Wed to the group chat to now we just girlfriends. Like, it's been a journey. Like, so daddy he holds a very special place.
You better watch it. My mama's on here.
Mommy, I love you. You know, Mom, you know I love you. Mommy, know. I love her. And I love your parents. All I said was he holds a special place in my life because he contributed to making you.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. And your mama, first of all, me and your mama, like I like your mom more than I like you, honestly and truly. If we're being completely honest about it.
You know, you'd probably be the only one to ever tell me that.
Yeah. No, but she's really a special person. But so
she's great.
Taylor went with me to Lovework Studios to record the sample of the My Vulva and Me Audible. We had to do the level setting so that all of the other stories could match that same sound and things like that. So I had to fly to Atlanta to do that. And Taylor went with me. She picked me up from the airport and drove me all around the city. And I truly am grateful for her because Atlanta, like, y'all do the most when it comes to like Uber and distance from places. It really is just a lot. She didn't take me to the most. She didn't take me to Big Dave's cheesesteak like I asked, but that's neither here nor there. But I appreciate her anyhow. Where
did I take you instead? I took you to a very nice Black-owned pizzeria.
Correct. And then we went to Toast for brunch, and that was amazing.
See, look at there.
I apologize. But anyway, while she was there, she did not do the prayer like I asked. I asked her to do the opening prayer. She refused. She made me pray out loud. And as my friend, she knows I don't like praying out loud, but she made me do it. And I'm grateful for her for that. But she also recorded her story. And her story is included in the sample. And it was one of the things that was initially approved by Audible called semen-stained sheets. Semen-stained sheets is the name of her letter. Why semen-stained sheets, Taylor?
So honestly, it was the first thing that came to mind. You kind of put me on the spot. I was just there to be moral support for you. And I was kind of put in the hot seat, like, okay, so when are you gonna submit your entry? And I was like, about that. And so I wrote it while we were sitting right there while Brittany was recording. And kind of just thinking about what the story was about and my experiences, I figured that Semen Stained Sheets would be the most befitting title because it really talks about like my experience as a young child being sexually abused, but then also my sexcapades, I suppose, as a young adult. And so it was literally just like about sex. And so it just made sense, I guess.
So consider this your warning for those of you who are getting ready to buy your book tomorrow on 11/28 when it come out in print, Audible, and Kindle. There's sex in it. There's sex in it. There's sex abuse in it. There's sexual assault in it. There's triumph. There's pain. There's joy. There's tears. There is, because Black women are not a monolith. It is so many facets of who Black women are, what we've experienced, what we've overcome, what we can do, what we can accomplish, and what we want our future to be. And so, Taylor, I thank you personally for your boldness, because as you said, you shared some of the trying parts of your story, but then traumatic parts of your story, but you also share like some tea, and like you really like told your own business. Like,
I did.
Like lots of business. And I did. And you're my friend. And you was, I said, say what now? Oh my God. I said, oh girl, what's tea?
That was my mom's face when she read it. I let her read my copy when it came in the mail. She was like, oh okay.
Yeah. Yep. And so I thank you, but I thank you for that, because what you've done was set a tone. So we run this back again. We do Letters to a Little Black Girl Part 2. Someone's going to read Part 1 and see your vulnerability, and you're like, this is what it is. I'm bearing it all. And then they will feel empowered to do the same. Like your yes is going to precipitate others. And I really, really honestly thank you for that, because you could have written Semen Stained Sheets and left parts out, but I don't think it would have been as cathartic for you or for other people. if you wouldn't have done it with the boldness that you did. So I really thank you for that.
And thank you for pushing me off the cliff and praying down in that studio, because had you not,
okay,
I couldn't have done that.
Always gotta see. We was on the right page, and then you have to go and do something else. But anyway, thank you, baby. Next,
Thank
child,
you.
I really don't want to keep your hair all night. Jasmine, I'm so sorry. Say, y'all put in the comments, tell Jazz how grateful y'all are for her, because this was supposed to be over right now, and we still got a few more people that we need to get through. So tell Jazz how thankful for y'all are. And Jazz, put your Cash App in the comments in case some people want to sow into your spirit, because we appreciate you. Next we have Nikki Betts. Nikki, are you still with us?
I am.
Oh yes. Hi, baby.
Hey.
How are you?
I am wonderful. How is everybody?
Well, yeah, hold on. How you doing, Sister Nikki? Said, how you doing? How you doing, boo?
I'm sitting here looking at this name. You say you got a few more?
Child, shut up. Don't do that. Listen, so Nikki was one of our authors that submitted multiple pieces, which I absolutely love. And one of the pieces that you have, which is unique in its subject matter for the book, but I felt like it was so necessary because though the letter is not directly to a younger version of yourself, it really speaks to an experience that the younger versions of all of ourselves had, and that is our relationship with Black men. So tell us about that story, like your letter to Black men, specifically your part about healing the memories you have about them. I think that's the words.
Feeling the memories holding you hostage. So when you initially put out the call to action, one of the things were also about Black love. Mm-hmm. And I am a huge proponent of Black love. There's never been any other doubt in my mind. That's what I grew up seeing, and that's what I wanted for my family. And a huge part of that is Black men, because they're a part of being a Black woman. And as Black women who are often raising men, I think it's so important to speak power into people because words matter. And that's where that piece came from. It was all about Black men from me to you. Here are some things women want to say to you, and they're positive.
I love that. So I love this so much because for me, there is nothing in the world more amazing. I mean, besides us, of course, Black women are really like that bee's knees. But second, in my head, is Black men. Like, Black men are really literally the bee. Like, have you ever seen a Black man? Like, it's just like, oh my God, you was just showing off with some of these Black men. But in their sheer existence, the value, the spirit, the that of them all, it's just like, they're just so fine. And it's just like, it's something that they do. They go to the way they look when they're at work, the way they look when they're with their children, the way they look when they're having fun, the way they look when they're doing sport, the way they look when they're chilling in a barbershop. It's just something about them that is incomparable. And so your letter speaking to them, I was like, yeah, it's kind of different from all the other ones, but it definitely needs to be here because this work and these letters are about, like you said, healing those memories that hold us hostage and being able to chart a new future. And the schism sometimes that's between Black men and women really makes some of that issue. So I really truly thank you for that. You know that you are right now. You are right now. So I thank you and I truly appreciate you for doing it because I know that you don't do anything that you don't believe in. And of course, my laptop just died.
I don't.
Right. So the fact that you did this, I was like, okay, yeah, it must be something like this. Like I said, like when Tarisha submitted her letter, I was like, okay, yeah, this is something. So thank you for that.
Thank you. I was real scared. I was like, well, she said submit more than one, so we're just gonna go with this and hope it's not too much.
Nope, no such thing. I really appreciate you. All right, y'all. My thing thing right here where I'm using to keep my itinerary has died. So Jeb, I'm gonna need you to do me a favor and pull up the people that haven't gone yet. I know we have Tyshan that still needs to go. We have Quinn that still needs to go. Faith. And who else I missed? So pull them up one at a time for me, Jazz. Ty, I see Ty right now on my screen, so we can start with her. Ty, can you hear me? Ty, you muted, baby.
Hey.
Hi, Ty.
Hi.
Shining. You got a little glow to you, girlfriend.
That's exhaustion.
No.
Hey, Nisha. Okay.
Yeah. So what made you, now I reached out to you and Nish and Lisa, and gave y'all 20 minutes to do this. So literally. So why was this so easy for you to turn around? Or so quickly? Maybe it wasn't easy, but why were you able to turn this around so quickly?
Actually, I don't remember it like that. I remember we had our cohort meeting and you challenged us to write.
Right, but you got it to me the next day.
Right, I did, because I did it right after.
Right, so why were you able to turn it around so quickly?
Oh, okay, it's all making sense. Bear with me. I don't know. I literally, because in my mind I was like, oh, she ain't gonna pick this because I know it ain't gonna be good. Because as a person who used to consistently write, just write thoughts, for years and years and years, my thoughts are usually void of any emotion. And so I in my mind, I didn't even read it. I just wrote it and sent it. And so it wasn't until we recorded it that I read it and I was like, oh, this is personal. I didn't even realize what I had written. The Holy Spirit was working. But I just thought it would just be void of any emotion. It would just be thoughts on paper. And so I just wrote it real quick and sent it.
But it was not words on paper and it was full of emotion.
It was, which is why I haven't told anybody I did it.
I was just getting ready to say that. So now that it's there and it's out, how are you feeling?
It's a thing. I've told a couple of people.
Well, you're a published author now. So you need to run tell that.
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, I thank you. However you choose to celebrate, to share, I want you to, if with nobody else, yourself, to give yourself that pat on the back to say, okay, yeah, I did this. And you did it with all vulnerability and truth and just the unique honesty that is on brand for you. So thank you.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for the invite.
Thank you for the yes. Next, we in the same way, who also had 10 seconds to turn this around, Nisha Frazier. Nisha was the one that was whispering in her montage video like she quiet and she not. Nish, girl, you ain't quiet.
I'm very quiet, very reserved. Thank you.
Girl, how I asked you the same, because you full of it, but how I asked you the same question. How were you able to turn around your letter so quickly?
I didn't think it was that quick.
It was the next day.
Okay, so see, what had happened was I have this issue with procrastinating, and you was like, y'all, this the last day to get your letters done. You got to get your letters done if you want to, be a part. And then so I was trying to go to sleep at night and I couldn't. And so I was like, okay, let me type this up real quick.
And you did it scared. Do it scared. That's the name of your letter.
Yes. Yeah, that was it. I was scared when I did it, but I did it.
But you did it. And so since doing that, what else have you done scared?
Ooh, child. Oh, so I relaunched my virtual assistant business, and I took on some big roles within this little league football team my husband has decided to take on ownership of. This, God is great, God is good. It's been a struggle, but I'm trying. I told him if he was rocking with it, I would roll with him. So it's a learning curve.
And now you have your letter immortalized in a book to go back to whenever you feeling a little shaky. You can have yourself to remind you to do the skill.
That's what happened me too much.
Amen and amen again. Okay. Thank you, honey. But I really do. You from another one from the moment we met virtually. It's been, hey, niece, like you can't tell me that's not my girlfriend. We've been in several different spaces and contexts together, and that's my girlfriend.
Locked in, baby, locked in.
And I thought once again, I thank you so much. Next up, we have Faith Tommy Wilson. Now, the fact that I remember all 23 of y'all off the top of my dome, I really need to get a cookie for that. Hey, Faith!
Hello, gorgeous. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me well?
Yes, we can. Y'all hear her throat? Y'all hear her voice? It is like smooth jazz and warm hot cocoa and melted butter.
I mean, speaking of warm, let me hold on.
Come on, God!
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot where I was. I apologize. They gonna put us out. For sure. They gonna put us out. How are you, baby?
What'd you say, love?
I said, how are you, Shannon?
I am good. I am honored to be here. Honored. Man, it's been good. It's been so good to me tonight. So yes, I'm doing well.
What has been your favorite part of this journey?
Ooh, man. I would have to say, so much like probably everyone else, there was a very clear pull from the Lord for me to jump in the water of my vulva and me. And I was very, I've been in this season of just being a new wife, a new mom. And before I made that jump, I had really just been in this space where I felt like I lost my voice, and not my physical voice, but just really feeling silenced, not by other people, but by experiences, by challenges that had come that I just wasn't expecting in my life. And my favorite part for me has been the pressure, and not pressure like an unhealthy, but the pressure almost that this work pulled on my gift, pulled on who God has called me to be. Just that pulling and literally seeing it happen. It was like every fear, every lie of you're not good enough. You're not a good writer anymore. Your voice doesn't matter. You can't do this. You have to tend to your son. You're not going to be able to complete this on time. It was so many lies that when I tell you so much tried to stop me from this, we don't even have time. And to see how God just helped, and even your emails, I mean, everything, you just make yourself available to us, the women, just everything, just that pull. And with every step, it was like, you got this. You guys just take a step. Your voice still matters. You still have a story to tell. You still have, people. And it was just, yeah. So that's been my favorite part. Very humbling, very needed, and just, yeah. Oh, man.
Oh my God. Thanks. Listen, I've watched your unboxing video an ungodly amount of times. Like, it really is just like, it's so, I was like, oh, and it was one of those things, like, again, like, there's a thing about humility. There's humility, and then there's doubt, right? And so we cover doubt and humility, and faux humility sometimes, like, oh, I'm not this, I'm not that. Oh, it's not a big deal, because we're fearful or doubtful that it is of its magnitude. And like the joy with which you opened that box was just like, oh my God, because I'm not gonna hold you. I literally watched Charlemagne unbox Will Smith's book in this fancy Fifth Element type of box where he had to put all these buttons and do all these things, and stuff was falling out and there was lights and spinning things. And I was like, this my little box ain't doing nothing for nobody. And watching your video, I was like, it's doing a whole lot for 23 people. And I was putting it together with my son, was like, dang, I should have did more. And then watching y'all, I was like, oh no, I did really good. And so I really thank you for that. Like ungodly amount of times, like just like watching while I'm in the car, like I showed my kids, like it was just like, it was the whole thing. Kane was like, oh yeah, I put that shirt in that bag. I'm like, okay, you're right. This is about me. But it was just so, it was like, I really thank you. Like real, like truly, like, cause I was down on myself and I was like, dang, this is corny. They ain't gonna want this. But it was all of y'all unboxing videos, but like Faith, I was just like, I did good.
You really did. I mean, I've been burning the candle, the whole release party. It's right here, cashmere, baby. Like I said, sipping on my tea. Okay, I just need you all to see this beautiful mug. All right, have my book right here next to me, my gold pen. I mean, listen, like the box was a blessing. I had to set the mood, the ambiance, and you provided that for me. Everything that I needed to have a whole mood, a whole vibe, a whole setup. And so I'm grateful.
Thank you. And for those of you who are asking, the candle comes from Lynn McCaddy Candles. That's their Instagram name. She's a Black-owned candler. It's a Black-owned candle company, Black woman in Atlanta, based in Atlanta. She created 2 signature scents for the intimacy firm. It's Escape and Explore. And Explore is that cashmere essential oil candle. So all the candles that you have is the Explore signature scent for the intimacy firm. And the shirts were made by Element 210, Ashita Brewer.
Yes.
Also on Instagram, also a Black woman. Yes, thanks, Ty. Yes, it's beautiful. Thank you. So next up, thank you, babe. We have Quinn Peterson. Is she Quinn? Are you with us, baby? No, Quinn's not here. I'm gonna have to slide up. This is gonna get real ghetto, but I got to pull this closer because I can't see. Take it off. Move over, sister. I mean, can you move over? We have to act like that. I don't want to make sure I didn't miss nobody. All right, is everybody tell Jeffrey? Oh, she got kicked off. Okay. Ooh, hold on. Alicia, did we do Alicia? We did Alicia. We did Kevin. We did Sheridan. Jasmine, you are the greatest person in the world. I just want you to know that. Oh, I think that's everybody. Okay. Well, thank you so much to all you. Hold on. All right. Thank you so much to everybody, to every last author, every last person, every last vendor, every last contributor to this work. It is absolutely amazing. And because it was so good, I have an announcement to make. I don't know this announcement also. My Vulva and Me, and the anthology for, by, and about Black women, I'm not going to cry, will be back for volume 3. This time, it will be called Dear Mama. We will be writing letters to our mothers. Now, Dear Mama is something that is near dear, and we're going to switch it up this year. And you know, every year it is released on the November 28th, my mom's birthday. But of course, Chocolate Chip and Co. I mean, my mom's death anniversary. So, this year we will be releasing it on. Vernique, stop playing with me. We will be releasing it on Mother's Day, and I plan on, Lord willing, and COVID is gone, I would actually like to do this next release party in person. So please begin to write your letters now. December 1st, the call for submission will be out, so you're getting the news first. You will have until, and you have a long time, you have until February 1st. So from December to February, and then when you all in your feels from Christmas and my birthday, which is January 14th, because I know that's an emotional moment for a lot of y'all because it's my birthday. write a letter to your mom. And so okay, there we go. So with the call submission, there will be writing prompts where you can start your letter with one of those prompts and then fill it in as you see fit. There's no word count limit. I really want as many people as possible. Sheridan knows that I've been wanting to get a coffee book table, a hardbound version of the book. So we need as many letters as long as possible. You can write multiple letters. Yay, Capricorn. I know Aquarius, sorry, Aquarius. So yes, Dear Mama is definitely going to be a doozy. It's one of those things where every time I try to put this book down, something is coming, because eventually we need to do Dear Daddy. I'm not even gonna write my own story in Dear Daddy because I'm not ready for that. No, we can't do. I'm not ready for Dear, but y'all can write because I'm not gonna do that. Dear Daddy, we need a My Vulva and Me. I have a few things to get off my chest. We got to do My Vulva and Me After Dark. You know, there's a little Christian erotica. There's this My Vulva and Me. It just won't go. It won't end. It won't. I don't want it. Not to be inappropriate. I don't want it to die. Wow. You could use another word. Sorry. I apologize. But I am so grateful. So announcing, we're gonna break. Yeah, can't stop with that. Can't stop with that. So thank you so much. Jazz, can you come on the screen real quick, please, if you don't mind? Jazzy, please. Can you pin your video so I can see you? You don't want to? I can understand if you don't want to. Jazz said no, leave me alone. Did she? No, Jazz? Okay, that's fine. She don't want to come. I understand. I apologize.
I'm sorry. I just had to get myself together.
I want to see you. Where you at? I can't see you. It's only showing me.
Uh-oh. Hold on.
I want the people to see you so they can thank you appropriately. I look good. Y'all say me? You look good too, sister. Sorry, I told you about touching. You up here, Jazz? Where you go?
I don't know. I think I am. Can y'all see me? No.
Oh, I can see you. Where do you see her? She right there.
I thought I had it pinned.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's fake for me. No, she right there. Hi, honey. Thank you so much. This went over. I apologize.
That's okay. I've been enjoying all of this. Like, I should have wrote you a little something. I didn't know.
Yeah, okay, well now you know, so get your Dear Mama letter ready, so you're ready for next time.
Yes.
We release it on Mother's Day, but I want to thank you personally for navigating all of this, because I would not have been able to do this by myself, and you've been able to step in right at the last minute has been amazing. And like I told y'all, nobody but Black women touching my belongings. And look, we have this beautiful, beautiful Black woman who's also helping. So I appreciate it. I thank you, and thank you all for participating. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna skip the Audible sample. If you want to, just don't even listen to the sample. Just go on and download the Audible. So download the Audible. If you want to follow me, if you want the link, follow me on Facebook or Instagram. I will drop the link there. It's been there a bunch of times. It will be available. Ladies, if y'all can share the Amazon and the Audible to your pages, that would be great. But Jess, if you could just play the closing set. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that. Thank you for holding this space, these 2 hours with these beautiful women who I am absolutely obsessed with, and for one way or another. And we will be closing out this evening with another set by the amazing, the incomparable Briz and the Revival. Know that? Yeah, so Briz and the Revival, thank you so much.
We'd like to thank Brittany again for having us. We are Briz and the Revival. My Vulva and Me, Volume 2. Congratulations, Brittany. Look across the room, Amy. All that it took, baby. Though my heart was for the taking. Maybe look like it needed break. Taking, breaking, maybe make it. Bleed love till I'm soaked in it. And drown. And you look like you played a sheep. Lambs clothing was fun to me. And my love gonna have a teeth. Cherry on top of major feast. A fool, so your sugar is sweet. That's where you shine crown. And
String up and leave me hung high for mercy, please. Abandoned, lonely, grieving, loss of your love, needing for you to come back around. With big eyes you have to see, and with big ears you have to hear me crying. How'd you leave me? How could you leave me? How could you push me off a cliff and watch me hit the ground? It's called 1800 Gold. I sleep with a bottle of tequila near my bed. I'm trying to drink you out of my head. I lay head to pillow and slip off into dreamland. And there you are again. Oh, the gate. twisting, turning, all leading back to you. Stumbling through the alleys of the things we used to do. Oh, I miss you, the gatekeeper of my sweetest dreams. My darkest nightmares feature you and me, dancing slowly on a cold moonbeam, fading gently from my memory. Don't go. I'm sure you're clapping at home. They're clapping in the studio. This next song's really new. No one's heard it. It's for you. It's called Free. Speed it up. Thoughts come to attention. My feet set my intentions. The cost of stress be expensive, so I pay it no mind. Kiss my babies and my lover when I wake up. Say a little prayer before I put on my makeup. My attitude be gratitude, and so I know I will be just fine. Let's get this money. I'm chasing down my dreams like they running from me. Sometimes the vision's blurred, sometimes it's 2020. So if you're looking for me, no, I will be on my grind. They're saying gang, my mama died, I ain't been the same. My sister died, I thought I'd go insane, and I still may. For now, my friends and family, they're loving me and they bring me to life. It be the dark days, the broken hearted days, the roll it up and spark days, back against the wall, even if I got to crawl days. They show you who you are, and I'm a warrior by far, yeah. It be the dark days, the broken hearted days, the roll it up and spark days, back against the wall, even if I got to crawl days. They show you who you are, and I'm a warrior. I'm free. You ever wonder why I'm smiling? You ever wonder why I'm dancing? Ever wonder why I'm free? I'm free. You ever wonder why I'm smiling? You ever wonder why I'm dancing? You ever wonder why I sing? Mariyama Dana Rasana Ustrasana. I've been my back, stretch my breath. Word to Jesus Christ, He saved my life. A pen and pad and yoga mat. I picture that with a Kodak. Instamatic. Now follow me. With death, they're trying to swallow me. Depression tried to bury me. It squeezed me till I barely breathe. Grace and mercy follow me, and I've been revived. They be them dark days, the broken hearted days, the roll it up and spark days, back against the wall. Even if I got to crawl days, they show me who you are, and I'm a warrior. Be them dark days, roll it up and spark days, even if you got to crawl, yeah. They show me who you are, and I'm a warrior. Ooh, hey. If you ever wonder why I'm smiling, I'm free. Ever wonder why I'm smiling? Story, Volume 2, y'all. The second one. Come on now. Hey! This song is called Anything More. It's available everywhere you stream music. Hey, hey, can't get enough for your loving. Hey, hey, can't get enough of it. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I found the one my soul loves. I found the one to whom my heart runs. I found one who makes me smile, and he found me, my man of God. A heart of gold, a saved soul, the truth is told from his lips. How can I resist? It's his love. God's love personified, a friend's love magnified, good love intensified. So how can I ask for anything more? How could I ask for anything more? How could I ask for anything more? How could I ask for? I stood still, closed my eyes. The smoke cleared, his heart said, there you are. 'Cause he was searching for me like a falling star. And now that there's we, I'm not going nowhere far. Such a beautiful and a wonderful light shining on the inside, and his chocolate skin blows my mind. Hey. God's love personified, a friend's love magnified, his good love intensified. So how could I ask for anything more? How could I ask for anything more? How could I ask for? How could I ask for? His kisses and his touches, and he holds me, and I love that. And his kisses and his touches, and he holds me, and I love that. Yeah, I love it, I love it, I love it. I love it, I love it. On bass, this is my friend Jeff. On guitar, this is my friend Rory. On the keys, that's my friend Dom. And on the drums, that's my friend Keisha. We're so glad that you spent this time with us. Y'all have a wonderful night. Yeah, so how could I ask for anything more? How could I ask for anything more? How could I ask for? How could I ask for anything more? Yeah,
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Thank you so much for sticking in with us for all this long time. I'm so sorry that it went over, but those interviews got real good, I think you could admit. Thank you again, Jasmine, for all your help. And I really thank you to every single one of our 23 co-authors, and make sure you get your copy of My Ball Me available on Amazon, on Kindle, print, and Audible. Thank you so much. And until next year, Mother's Day, where we have My Ball Me Volume 3, Dear Mama, I'll see you then. Bye.